how many of you are facing ridicule because your points of view are different than that of the mainstream media and the government's calls? All right, so let's see those hands. Is that most people? I don't know. Pamela Rogers hasn't put her hand up. Otherwise, I see most people here. Yeah.
I don't see anybody that doesn't have their hand up, Brian. Tell me if you see anybody without their hand up. I mean, there's some people we don't see at all.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you can't really include them in the vote, but I don't see any.
That must be frustrating. Is that frustrating, everybody? Can I just see thumbs up? Is that frustrating to feel like you're the one and that to try to come out and say something that you know is medically correct and everyone is saying, no, that's not true. And you're like, but I'm a doctor and I know what I'm talking about and I have colleagues that feel the same way. And yet you're listening to someone like a Bill Gates or a Fauci try to tell you what to do who have these vested interests. Isn't that frustrating?
Yeah. How many people feel frustrated? Raise your hand on this again one more time. Because now this is like, look at the number of heads, even hands waving and heads saying yes. So now, Brian, just imagine what your idea and my idea to do this, I don't know whose idea it was, maybe it's mine, maybe it's yours, I don't know, but just imagine how the doctors here now, and I'm going to ask this question, how many of you now feel more empowered and realize that you're not the only one and that you are, look at the double hands going up. How many people realize now that you are the minority, but you are the evolved minority, right? You are the evolved minority. So guys, if you're there, raise your hand. If you look at that, there's people coming and sticking their hand in the camera that weren't, I couldn't even see them before. So thank you, Dr. Ozan. The people, everybody, just, raise your hand. So see, Brian, this is the power of what we just did, is to help other people realize that you are not alone, that there are many people that understand what's going on. Now, there's a lot of people that don't understand, but they're buying the Kool-Aid, right? They're drinking the Kool-Aid. They're participating in the same misinformation campaign, which is, again, designed, it's orchestrated, it's been planned this way. That's why they call it a plandemic. And this goes all the way back to Project Mockingbird after the John F. Kennedy assassination, where the CIA started to infiltrate the media, Hollywood, with an agenda to brainwash people. And you've seen those things where they got the on that movie outofshadows.org, they show newscasters saying something, but as they say it, they show multiple newscasters in 10, 20, 30, 40 different stations saying the exact same verbiage. They're repeating it. You had David Icke on. David Icke talks about the programming of repetition. So now look how many doctors we have here. So we should have everybody make a statement. We should have somebody, if we could say the same thing where everybody's saying it, and then that's what one of the things Mickey and I talked about, where all the doctors can make a statement at the same time, so we can show what the true consensus among the medical profession, among those that are aware, those that are open and receptive to using their own brains, not buying into the rhetoric that's being fed to us by mainstream media. I mean, I'll give you an example. If anybody's had any kind of example like this, a doctor talks to one of the doctors in my clinic and says, yeah, this is such a terrible thing. The ERs are swamped and blah, 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 blah. And then he shows a video of the ERs. So she shows it to me, I'm looking at it, and in my slowest ER in my entire life, it was busier than what I saw this particular ER footage that he was showing. So I said, well, that doesn't look like a busy ER to me. So I asked him, is that a typical ER day for him? She asks him, and the doctor responds back, well, that's actually not my ER. That's an ER from somewhere else that I saw the footage of. Now, he's promoting an agenda of an ER footage that's not even busy. You just see a couple people sitting there. I mean, it's not busy at all. To me, I'm thinking that looks like a pretty slow ER. So he's putting it out there. Then when we question him, it's not even his ER. So then we said, okay, what about your ER? Because he's an ER doc. Oh, well, our ER is not really that busy. Oh, well, what's your consensus? Well, it's really not accurate for me to say what the consensus would be. Why is that? Why wouldn't it be accurate? Well, we actually laid off a third of the nursing staff, so we can't really see as many patients. Well, why would you lay off people during a pandemic? So again, how many doctors have experienced this type of cognitive dissonance where your own family or colleagues can't explain something, but yet they're still telling you that, oh, you're wrong. It's the way it's happening. It's the way the media is promoting it. How many people have experienced that? How many people have experienced cognitive dissonance from people that they know?
Okay, raise your hand if you have. Okay,
and that's what brainwashing does.
Those hands up.
It convinces people of something to buy into a line of misinformation.